So, what we forget as humans, but specifically, let's talk about humans that are actually striving to grow, to raise their awareness, to expand their awareness, to spiritually evolve, all of these things, right? When we do personal work, when we are just looking inward at self and striving to become better humans, what happens is we actually get a frequency upgrade. Okay. But for lack of a better way of saying this, we move. So think about listening to a radio and you're on 98.5. And when you do personal work, you're clearing out the gunk that is not who you are. It's not you anymore. It's like your understanding of who you are has shifted. When you do personal work, when you clear out limiting beliefs and blocks and shift and all of these things, you literally are moving from 98.5 to 100 on the radio, and then you move to 100.5. You're moving up the scale. And what happens is as your consciousness expands and grows, and you will start seeing the world differently than you did when you were at 98.5. One is not better than the other. It's just different. But what we have to remember is that we're energy beings in a human body. We're energy beings first. We're spiritual big blobs of energy in this human suit. So the physical body will feel the effects of when you have a bump in your frequency. So right now, someone was asking me, what's going on with you? Are you sick? I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I'm having a frequency upgrade. And they said, what does that mean? This is what it means. We will have physical symptoms. Subatomic particles are moving through and shedding and shifting inside the body. And what happens is it can create things like aches and pains, headaches, runny nose, cough because of the runny nose. Um, Sometimes people have diarrhea. Sometimes people even throw up. And it's not a virus and it's not a bacteria. It's literally because your energy body has had a frequency upgrade or shift. And what happens is when that energy goes up and shifts even a little bit, the physical body has to catch up because the physical body is vibrating in a little bit of a lower frequency. This happens with every human. So often when people think they have a bad cold or whatever they think they have, it's actually a frequency bump. So pay attention because here's how I notice the difference. When I'm having a frequency upgrade, because there's an intelligence to the energy that we exist in that is who we are, when I have to get online and teach something in my membership or do a video like this or do a live event for someone else, let's say, or whatever I'm doing, it's really weird that my nose stops running. I'm not coughing. I feel fine for that hour or hour and a half that I have to get online and do a video, or if I have to go to a live event, all my symptoms, they fade. And then the moment I stop that Zoom or the moment that video stops or the moment I walk off a stage, guess what? My nose starts running again. So it's like that intelligence. Again, remember, we're energy beings. There's an intelligence to that energy, and it hits the pause button for us so we can do our whatever we need to do, and then we go back to having this frequency upgrade, if you will. So just notice that you're an incredible human that is more energy than this human flesh that you are, and you have frequency upgrades all the time. Sometimes it even happens after you read a really great book and you have this really big shift or even a small shift in your awareness, and you're like, wow, it's so weird. I've had a headache for the last few days. Frequency upgrade. Just start paying attention and opening your mind and your awareness to the fact that it could be just an update. Now, again, you may have a virus or a bacteria too, but consider the fact you might be having a frequency update as well. We have to remember, as a planet, as a collective, we are all, there's so much beautiful, incredible light, which is an energy being beamed at our planet right now. I'm going to go way woo woo. I'm just going to say it. There's so much energy being beamed at our planet right now, and it has been, but right now we are all getting an upgrade. And yeah, so when you have moments where these are symptoms of an upgrade, we've got fatigue. Like, when I tell you the amount of fatigue that I've had, I have had mono. It reminds me of mono. But again, interesting. When I've got to do a live, I have all the energy in the world. And then when I turn the Zoom off, I'm like, get me to bed. I'm so exhausted. I can't put a sentence together. I got to go to bed. I've been taking naps all week. Like, I don't take naps in the middle of the day normally, but I've needed them this week. So there's that. So people are exhausted. I just had one of my coaches ask me the other day. She said, is this normal? She's going through my coaching program right now. And she said, is it normal to be so tired? And I said, yes. You're doing in the adult chair coaching program. My coaches do so much personal work. You're exhausted because you're having a frequency upgrade, right? That is what exactly is happening is yes, you're tired. Yes, you have headaches. Yes, you cannot put a sentence together. It's an upgrade. But on top of it, again, we have energy that is being beamed at the planet right now. Everyone is experiencing this. People are having memory issues. People are having weird aches and pains. People can't put sentences together, and they might not have even done personal work or done anything. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why do I have a runny nose? Just again, I'm not ruling out illness because sometimes we are really sick, but just know that. And I follow things like the Schumann resonance. Can Google that or get on Instagram. There's so much happening with solar flares, so much happening with full moon. I was walking down my street with my dog the other day, and the neighbor, who I don't believe knows any of this stuff, said, "It's so weird. I haven't been sleeping the last 2 nights." I said, "Well, it's the full moon." I started tracking when I used to see clients, when people would come in, because I would know, like, well, gosh, I didn't sleep the last 2 nights. And I started tracking throughout the month, like, when am I not sleeping well? And it was so fascinating because it would be around the full moon. It was so cool. I'm like, what is happening? And I realized, doing all this, I love astrology and went into research about the moon and what happened. The moon shows us, it illuminates our shadow aspects. Like it illuminates who we are. It bumps up our frequency. It does all these incredible things. So then my clients would come to go, I haven't slept well. I'm like, oh, it's the full moon. We actually in the company have a full moon, or we have a moon calendar. So we know when should we be brainstorming. I only plan things around the cycles of the moon, and it is so beneficial. There are some times where we should be in the cave writing and researching and working and writing content. There are other times where I need to be out in public. There are other times that it's the waning moon, the waxing moon, the full moon. Like when you follow the cycles of the moon, it's wild, wild. We really want to get in sync with the cycles of the moon. It will help you in ways you cannot even imagine. And you'll realize, oh, this is why I'm not sleeping. Oh, this makes sense. How is it possible? I have so much energy. I feel so creative. Oh, well, what do you know? It's a waning moon. It's a waxing moon. Like, just take a look at the moon cycles. It's kind of cool.